Yes.
And that came, I believe, right before Too Much Johnson. Could you tell us about your involvement and your interaction with Orson in Julius Caesar?
Stunning. Be correct. There's a gentleman in the audience who became an actor after having seen me do. I wrote and I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or not, whether he became an actor because he decided it needed improvement or he was nothing aside. I don't know. In any case, let me say, in terms of result, this production, in my view, remains the greatest Shakespearean production ever done in the United States. The other thing about it is that the audience was electrified, so to speak, during the production. And we were a tremendous hit. We set New York on the tier. But I should tell you, just by way of amusement, that we started off on the left foot. Should I tell it, Randy, or not?
Yes.
To be very brief.
That's fine.
Impossible. Orson, with his enormous creativity that he had command of, decided to inject into Julius Caesar parts of Coriolanus. You can understand this about Orson and this great ego at will, just by a little aside. This will take it. Years later, and I'll get back to the opening of the scene. But years later, long after Orson and Jack Houseman had separated, Houseman was producing at Metro, and he produced a production of Julius Caesar. And it was released. Shortly after that, John Houseman happened to step into a restaurant, and Orson was there. And Orson saw him and hadn't seen him in years. But he had known about this production of Houseman did as a movie. And Orson looked at him, picked up a sterno can, threw it at him, and said, "You stole my play." Shakespeare didn't have an agent, so So you have this kind of ego about these things. So he was putting Coriolanus in there. Now, what he was putting in Coriolanus was building up the threat to Caesar's life, and it consisted of taking lines from Coriolanus and chanting, "Come, kill, ho, slay, come, kill, ho, slay." And this was built to a rhythm that was developed by Mark Blitzstein, who sat at the foot of the stage at rehearsal, beating on his drum. Bum, 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 bum. Well, it's been on for a long time. And some of us, including myself, never really got to rehearse. I did what was called the sin of the poet scene, so I would do my entrance and stop, because by then Orson wanted to stop and kill. And this went on and on and on. Now we arrive at the third preview. And I went to Orson and I said, "Orson, I am not going on. I haven't rehearsed this scene. We haven't done this scene." He said, "You're right. Yeah, you'll go." They did the show. And there was a lot of great sound in it, and a lot of music, and a lot of changing of lines, and beating of drums, and incomplete scenes, cutting of characters. It was a mess. The curtain came down. First preview. Not one of you out there clapped your hands. Not one. Not one. The company stood on the stage, lined up like a cross here, and this curtain right in their noses, standing there, nothing. We had a publicity guy named Hank. He rushed back, little guy, 5'5", but broad, strong. And he ran up to Orson while we're all standing there. Orson in the middle, stunned. And Semler ran up to him and said, "We didn't get a call. Not a single call." And Orson went, "Oh." Spit right in his eye. Hank Semler reared back and started to throw his punch. Orson grabbed his punch and spit in my eye. "Please, spit in my eye." Hank Semler went, it was odd. Real theater, you know what I mean? Things calmed down. Everyone went silent, faded away. And then the show was postponed on the basis of that night for 5 days, and Orson really went to work. Cut the script, threw out all that bam 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 with the drums, threw out all the Coriolanus, cut out scenes, and even rehearsed me. We rehearsed. We worked on the scene. We developed it. Then, 5 days later, we did the first performance, paid performance of the Norwegians. And it was a matinee of the day we were going to open that evening. We did this matinee, and he had shaped this play so beautifully, particularly the scene I worked on, that the audience was ecstatic. The critic of the New York Evening Post at that time was John Mason Brown, and he had asked to come to the matinee because he's going out on a tour, a lecture tour. So he wanted to come and see the matinee, which he did, and after the performance, he came up to the fire door, this was November, took off his overcoat and dropped it on the stage and started to act all the scenes. And I was standing with Martin Gable, who played Cassius, and I said, "Hey, I think we're a hit. The critic has dropped his coat." And we weren't it. We hit New York on Senator Wednesday. And that was the opening of Orson's fabulous success with the Mercury. That's how it happened.
Okay.